Yeah. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Small Property Layouts. This will be the last small property layout show for the year. And we go directly to hunts. You guys have seen over the last couple of weeks some turkey hunts that we're showing you guys from the spring with JR and Matt from down in this area, southwestern Wisconsin, southern Wisconsin. I am in my dad's plot, in the clover plot, and we're still in a big drought here in southern Wisconsin. This is actually an extreme drought area where I'm at. Some of the clover looks pretty good. I'll show you guys a quick pan shot here. It's not too bad. The deer are eating the heck out of it, but a lot of it, like right in the immediate area here, you can see there's a lot of dirt exposed. We've got rain coming on Wednesday, so it's currently September 2nd. The Saturday before Mike and I leave. Mike and I are leaving to head to South Dakota, so when you guys are watching this, Mike and I will be hunting mule deer and antelope in South Dakota with bows. And hopefully that'll be successful. I'll show you guys them hunts coming up here in the next couple weeks. But I've got rye, winter wheat, and I've got oats with me today. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some mixing here. And we're going to throw this in probably heavier here on the bottom edge and a little bit less up on the top edge. Probably at 100 pounds per acre, if not a little bit more. And hopefully that rain that's coming here on Wednesday will help this take. It's going to help if we get rain. It's going to help the clover come back also, but there's a lot of open space in here. A lot of the clover's burned out. I think it's probably not going to come back. Next year, this particular plot will be all brassicas. This is the third year of this plot being in clover, so next year it'll be brassica, so we're going to kill it off anyway. But to help the hunt and help my dad, because he's in this ground blind right over here, we're going to put the rye and probably a little bit of winter wheat in here. We're going to save the oats for another part of the property. We'll show you guys also. I'm also going to head over to the shocker plot. There's one spot I forgot to, Dan, don't do this, learn from my mistakes. I forgot to clean out the sprayer completely. So what I did is I cleaned out the tank and everything and the pump, but I didn't clean out what was actually in the nozzles or the hoses out to the booms. So when I first started, about for 10 or 15 feet, it actually killed all my clover over there. So I'm going to actually put some winter wheat in there, or actually I'll probably put some oats in there just to see how that works out. Maybe mix it with a little rye also, and then we'll bring that mix back. Brassicas are looking really good. The Northwoods whitetail oats and stuff that we had put in their mix, their fall mix, is looking really good. Jeff Sturgis's screening is looking absolutely awesome, and we've got clover over there also, which we established this spring. The deer are grazing it down to almost nothing. It looks a little rough on the outside edges where the fences are. I had put an electric fence up. You guys will see the difference there where the deer are browsing all the peas and all the clover to where they're not browsing inside the fence line. So I'll show you how much browse pressure we're actually having here, which tells me we have to take a few antlerless deer off the property. That being said, we're going to get started, show you guys what we're doing. Got a mock right here, got the camera over there covering the mock. You can see there's some turkeys up in here. Pretty sure those aren't deer scraping quite yet, but I will take a look and see if we got any bucks on this camera. They're not using this mock at all, so they could be using that over there, which is still an easy shot for my dad, probably 35 yards with the crossbow out of the ground blind, but I'm assuming they'll probably be in the middle where he can take that 20-yard shot also. So that being said, we're going to get things started. I'm going to mix some stuff up here, show you guys what we got going on, and hopefully we can sell this spot. You guys can hear my wife in the background. She's mowing the trails for the last time down low where it's actually moisture every day due to the dew. We're up on level 2, so it's a little bit drier up here, but she'll be coming through here shortly also. We got winter rye, winter wheat, 5-gallon bucket. I'm going to mix it up in there. Then we're going to seed this down pretty heavy just to see if we can get some growth in here. Also, the clover will stay, so hopefully we'll be able to maybe get a little more green in here for Dad's plot. Hopefully that rain comes on Wednesday. They're saying rain next Saturday also. Well, Mike and I are in South Dakota, so let's hope for that also. We'll get this seeding done as soon as the wife passes. Right, so, wife came by. She hates being on film, so we didn't film her. We got our mix in here. Basically, close to 50-50 rye and winter wheat. We're going to put that real heavy on the bottom side here. Hit a little bit lighter on the top edge, but still hit the whole plot. This is probably about a 1/4 acre right here. And like I said, we're probably be a little over 100 pounds per acre on this. Probably more towards the 150 to maybe 175 pound deal. So we'll seed this out, and we'll head over to the shocker plot. We'll show you guys that. A little mess up that I had over there, and then we'll move over to our big plots and show you how well our brassicas are doing. Stick around. That is some thick seeding going on right there, especially right here where we dumped it on the ground. Anyhow, probably in that 150 to 175 pounds per acre right there. We'll see how it takes. Hopefully this moisture is supposed to be coming Wednesday comes, so we'll see how Dad's plot ends up. We'll show you that to you guys here in a couple weeks when I take my dad up in here to hunt. Be hunting right there out of that ground blind behind us. Hopefully we'll get a, he doesn't really care, doe, buck, whatever. He's got the green light on anything. I did tell him I prefer he not shoot nubbins, which he'll abide by that, but I guess I really wouldn't care either, as long as he gets this chance to shoot a deer. So stick around. We're going to actually head over to the shocker plot right now. We'll see what happens. Alrighty, well, you guys can see my oops right here where I didn't clean out the boom, and the Roundup worked pretty much. Killed everything way up top here. We got a little bit of clover kind of coming in there, but so I've got some oats I'm going to put in here. I put a little rye in it also. We'll see how much I think we need to have in here, because I want some more rye for the other plots. That being said, we're just going to put in these little bare spots. There's only a couple of them, and maybe down on that north edge there, kind of way down up there where they get a lot of sun. You can see where it's a little clover's getting dry and a little sparse there, just to have a little green up in there also. So that's the plan for this shocker plot. You guys seen I shot shocker in here 2 years ago. We've had some encounters with some nice bucks in here, lots of does and fawns. This is one of the spots we usually take out does early. And the reason for that is just off the cliff right there to the north is where we park the trucks. And they antlerless deer seem to come in here every night. We got a camera directly behind the filming camera, and we've got one over here on a mock. I get all my big deer on that particular mock. This is actually a transition food plot, basically a small plot that the deer stop, a staging plot that they stop in before they get to the main food every night. So it's kind of a nice pass-through area. As soon as the deer clear, we get down, drop off that cliff, and go right to our vehicles and leave. So, and if we shoot something, We grab the cart, come up in here, retrieve the animal, don't gut it, take it down out by where we have the trucks, gut the animal down there so we're not leaving the gut pile up in our hunting area. Not that I think that affects the deer so much as the predators coming in and out of there, coyotes and bobcats that we do have a few up here. So that's what we're going to be doing. Stick around. Get that. Well, we got our oats down. I'm going to put a little winter wheat in here too. Probably add a little more oats too. And then we'll head over and get to our main plots. I'll show you guys what that looks like. Brassicas look really good. Peas look good in the fence. We'll show you the browsing in between there, and we'll be done with that project for today too. So, alright guys. Well, we are on the east end. Level 2, my long food plot here. We'll do a pan shot, show you guys the screening that's up, the clover that's up. You guys can see our winter peas inside the fence are doing well, and our winter peas outside the fence are getting eaten to nothing. So we are actually going to overseed pretty heavy on the outer edges here, and then we will seed a little bit on the inside. I'll check the brassicas. You guys will see that in the pan shot. The brassicas look really good. Right here behind the camera, the clover looks pretty dang rough. So we're going to seed heavily there. Right behind the camera is Jankety, a new stand that Mike and I set. Actually back off the plot itself about 12 yards. Behind a bunch of buckthorn up in a box elder tree. Jankety, because it's a real Jankety tree, we put it in, so it was a task getting it in there. But I'm going to leave the electric fence up while Mike and I are out west. I'll probably pull it down when we come back. I'll probably pull just the cord out, leave the posts, because that won't bother the deer, but I'll pull all the cable out and get rid of all of that for the deer. And then they'll be able to come in and feed. Hopefully we'll get that moisture that they're saying was supposed to come. But like I said, I got winter wheat, I've got rye, and I've got oats. So we're going to mix all three of those up, and we're going to feed pretty heavy along the outside edge of all of this. We'll go up by the brassicas on the outside edge of the fence, check that out. It looks like they're growing, but they're getting eaten pretty heavily too. And of course inside the fence it looks really good. So that's what we're going to do. Show you guys how it ends up. Hopefully we'll be able to take a couple good deer out of here too. Like I said, we need to reduce the numbers of antlerless deer on the property this year, so we'll be shooting does right away. You guys watch for that. It'll take their place, so that it'll be small property layout hunts. It'll be on every Wednesday, just like we are right now on our channel, and then we'll also have every weekend on Saturdays podcast, so you guys keep watching for that. Subscribe and like. We appreciate any questions you guys have. We'll answer them to the best of our abilities. Just two guys trying to show you guys what we do to take good deer on film every year. Show you, I guess, our adventures about hunting. So let's get to work. Got stuff to do. Here, brassicas look pretty good up above. Did the walk around there. I've got a bunch I got to put in right here below. In the clover, clover's looking a little weak on this bottom edge. I know the soil's got to be junk, even though we put basically 2,000 pounds per acre of lime on that. It's just taking a lot of deer browse. So rough year for everybody in the Midwest food plot. So we'll see what happens. Stick around. All right, guys, you can see here's the clover side. Looks really weak down here right next to the stand. Stands right up in here. Box elders. We're going to hit this pretty heavy with the rye and winter wheat and oats mix. I'm going to do a little more in the middle here, right by where the peas are, and we are done on this side of the plot. Take you over to the west side and show you what that looks like. Alright guys, well, I'm going to hit the rest of this. I'm going to hit the middle of the peas. We are done on the east side. Alright, last one. I've got this full one and a partial. We're going to spread it out pretty evenly here. You guys can see up on the top edge and along the edge here, we don't have quite a good coverage. That's where we're actually going to put our mix. A little bit here in the middle during the pan shot, you guys seen by those trees. We'll add that in there fairly heavily also. Right in front of the iron throne, we've got brassicas that Mike and I drilled in. With that drill, we put it in with the corn. They're coming up pretty good, it looks like in there, but the soil again is kind of iffy probably. So we're going to spread this out. There's one narrow spot on the far side of the brassica plot, just before the Northwoods Whitetails blend that we're using in the middle. We'll add some there too. So like I said, we'll just finish this up and we'll be done for the day. We're going to check some cameras. We got a couple stands to set. It's 92 degrees currently, and it's going to be warm the rest of the weekend. Like I said, Monday Mike and I are leaving. We're excited about that. Heading to South Dakota for mule deer and antelope. So stick around for those hunts. We'll talk to you guys in a bit. Let's get this stuff planted. It is what it is now. We'll see how the seed takes. Hopefully this will help us throughout the season. Stick around. Small Property Layouts, the Obsession Podcast. I'm going to bring you guys some great hunts this year. We appreciate each of you. If you get a chance, subscribe to the channel. We would appreciate that. See you guys next week.